Yo, what's going on? And what's going on, George? Come on, George. So, there's this thing. I don't know the real details. I live in a bubble, right? But it was something like George was going to go to like a Wales or maybe New Zealand Comic-Con. And if he said this a while ago. And he said, if I don't finish or if I don't release Winds of Winter by that Comic-Con, you can imprison me or something like that. I don't know, something like that. If I live in a bubble, so if I've heard about that, then it's pretty widespread. You know what I mean? Most people in the community would have heard about that. So of course, there's people that I don't even follow, but then on like my Google News feed, I'll get a pop-up from like another content creator, like a bigger creator. And I was like, what? Why am I getting these pop-ups? This is not my style, right? Because I'm in the minority in this sense. These books, right? Well, let me start off by saying the community. First of all, just thanks to the community. It's like, I'm on another channel. The reason I'm doing this, I wasn't going to do this video, but then I just got a pop-up from, I think it's like a Joe Rogan video. I don't know. Somewhere else out in YouTube world, I was speaking to a friend. I think his name it's Kevin the Great. What a good screen name. And an even better screen name. So then today, someone else, he asked me for my opinion on this matter about the Winds of Winter. I guess he's a new book fan. That's out. His screen name is, what is it? It's The Dead Night King. The Dead Night King. That's pretty creative. I like that. But he asked me, what's my opinion? Because I think he's a new fan. He or she is a new fan. And they're like, man, I like started reading these books. Like, I really wanted The Winds of Winter. I totally hear you, right? But the reason I'm different than other people for a couple reasons. First off, just like, all right, cut that out. Cut. You said a bunch of stuff. I just keep going down these little rabbit holes. I'm not going to say them. I don't want to say them publicly. But let me try again. Take 3. Is that I've seen people like at Comic-Cons, Q&As, probably huge fans, people who like love George. There's really naive in the sense that like you don't ask someone face to face like, are you going to finish Winds of Winter before you die? Like, they probably don't mean anything by it, but like that's not a good question to ask someone face to face. You could ask me that. I'm 37, and it's a valid question. I do a lot of like extreme sports. I'm a little reckless. Other extracurricular activities that aren't good for my health. But you don't ask someone like that. And really, so it's like I've seen George get mad when people ask him something like that. But I've also seen him get hurt. Like he's a human. Like you don't ask someone like that. You don't ask someone like, "Oh, you're going to finish a book before you die, face to face." I also just personally don't feel comfortable like ever making a video talking about that. I guess I'm talking about it right now. But here's what I'm getting at. Like the Winds of Winter. Oh my god, look at these squirrels. Oh, they're fighting. Oh my god. Oh, all right. The Winds of Winter. So it was supposed to have come out, and he said, you throw me in jail if I don't finish it, whatever. Dude, I've read like Ari's chapters. Every single Ari chapter. It's 31 to 32 chapters. I've read them over 50 times at this point. I've read every chapter at least 10 times. Most chapters over 20 times. If George R.R. Martin never dropped The Winds of Winter, if he never dropped a single like side novella or short story or whatever, I would continue reading these books and short stories and novellas over and over and over for the rest of my life. I mean, like every time I read them, I learn something new about the guy. Mainly it's about learning something new about the characters, right? I was a nerd. I was going to keep learning this story, the plots. But it's also just about who the characters are, like their arcs. Like Baylor Breakspear. I'm working on something for Baylor Breakspear. Or it's actually for Sir Duncan the Tall, but my man Baylor Breakspear's in there. And dude inspires me. Like I learn about myself, or like I can think about myself and my future through these characters. So I will continue to like read and reread everything that he's dropped over and over for the rest of my life. So in terms of like, yeah, I'm like pissed that he didn't get like he didn't release Winds of Winter. Oh, shame on you, George. No, the only thing that I have and will ever have to say to George R.R. Martin is, thank you, bro. Like for real, thank you. Like, yo, Jamie the Young Lion, Jamie Lannister, Baylor Breakspear. Look, like, all right. So yesterday, a lot of times, yeah, I have everything on like Kindle because then I can like search for quotes or whatever that I use in all my projects. And I have everything on Audible just because Audible's great. Something like A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That's uniquely special on Audible because, actually Fire and Blood has like a couple of stories like Sons of the Dragon and The Princess and the Queen, The Princess and the Queen. That's narrated by someone who does great. But if you guys want to get the true narration of The Princess and the Queen, The Dance of Dragons, get the Ian Glenn, that Sir Gerald Moore, get that version because like that dude's got a voice, right? Well, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, as you've probably heard many people say before, It's narrated by Harry Lloyd, the guy who played Viserys. I didn't even know it until he got to a certain character. Aerion Brightflame was kind of like Viserys, and his Viserys voice came out. His Viserys voice is perfect for Aerion Brightflame. But the other voices that he uses, specifically for like the narrator or for Dunk, it's like such a charming voice. So yeah, I have everything on like Audible. But then what I also got, sorry for this noise, right? I got 3 new things yesterday. Ooh, like look, there's 3 novellas in a Hedge Knight, a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, or not a Hedge Knight, a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's a Hedge Knight, a Sword, and the Mystery Knight. Ah, I got like here's the sword. Look at it, graphic novel version, baby. Woo! Let's see what else I got. 2 more. Just got these in the mail yesterday. Oh, we're gonna go that one last. Okay, so this is the actual book. Because I've got it on Kindle, and like I said, I've done this on Audible so many times because Harry Lloyd is great. Thank you, Harry Lloyd. Oh, look at it. It's got pictures, the black and white pictures. But now, Game of Thrones, the Hedge Knight. It's Sir Duncan the Tall, my man. Oh, yeah. So yeah, come on, George. Like, how could you do this to me? How could you like just be such an influential part of my life? How could you keep just giving me such great stuff that I love? I love life in general, but my life is better because of you. So I don't care if or when you ever drop the Winds of Winter. I'm just very, very appreciative for who you are and what you've done. And I'm the community as well. I freaking love you guys. Con of Thrones 2021, hopefully. Ooh, Ice and FireCon, like 2 months. We're going to do it? I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to do it.